I have no idea why this thing keeps turning off. But anyway, it was the pressure to feel like, yeah, you're nothing or you're worthless or whatever. Like I said, it was more external. It was not internal. And not that I can remember. Did I do some things I feel like within myself, or you know what I'm saying? I did some things that like try to develop certain stuff within myself to make me. It's almost like tell me a lie. Like, yeah, you should do this because this, and a third. But it was like I said, it was more so external. Other people projecting or even childhood experiences and things like that that I didn't even realize. I look back now and I realize this tried to shape me into that. Just looking at who I am and how I am today. Um, but yeah, it's weird. I don't, to me, I be kind of scared to talk about this topic because I don't be wanting to say the wrong thing. But I do be seeing certain stuff and certain people, and I be like, oh, I remember when I felt like that, and I wanted to be involved like that and be connected like that and stuff like that. And and I be now, of course, I be like, that's cute and everything, but honey, bills gotta get paid. That's how I be feeling. But yeah. Oh Lord, I'm still like really trying to recoup and recover and still trying to understand. When I asked God for resolve that day, July the 13th, I woke up that morning and I was like, Lord, please resolve this because I was still feeling for, like, oh, what's his name? And then I just look now, the date and stuff like that, just the number of the day, not the actual date, but that was, I'm just like, that was a day. The number was the day his of a different month. Of course, his mom was born, and I'm just like, ugh, nobody had time for that. Then of course, my daughter before she turned 13, same year, she was about to turn 13 that same year. It was just crazy. Like, why is and then looking back now, like, why is this damn unlucky ass number trying to follow me? Like, leave me alone. Okay, so let me see what was happening October 3rd. October the 3rd. Well, this was the day that in 2020 that my daughter's so-called dad was pulling up. Then I think October the 9th or something like that. Another somebody else pulling up to my house like y'all. For one, like y'all own me, like it's cool like that. It's not. It's not. It's never been. You should have never did it. Um, to God be all the glory though. Anyway, because God is in control. But that's just like I be sitting here I'm sitting here now and I be like, who do people think they are? Why do they think that they are? Anyway, I'm not even trying to go here, but I'm still up and this is what's on my mind, going from thinking about the marriage type stuff into, just kind of almost replaying it back, but just trying not to see the sights like that, like I remembered or whatever, because I just don't want to rehearse it. I don't want to rehearse it. I don't want to, it is what it is. It's not all said and done, but that stuff that they did is done. You know what I'm saying? That's what they chose. And like I say, you can't choose the consequences of your action. You can choose what you choose, but you can't choose the consequences and or rewards, of it or whatever. So, Haya dada na hai shaka siko na hai sasike dada na hai sasika ye ike na hai sosike ye she ike na hai. Oh Lord. Thank you, God. I was gonna say, Lord have mercy, but I'm just saying, thank you, God, for having mercy on me. I give God all the glory, but yeah, this is back to him. Not back to, but just reminded of him pulling up on that day, and I'm just like, wait, what? Wait, what? But yeah, thinking again, just over like. I want it resolved. I was still feeling for dude, even though he had said in January of that year, well, I'm this, that, and the third. He claimed he was engaged and this, that, and the third, or whatever, and I'm this, that, whatever. Oh, and I'm just saying stuff, and to me, I already knew it was off the wall. I don't know if he was fully convinced himself, but I knew it was off the wall stuff, and just. So I'm just like, boy. But, even with all and how that transpired, I don't know why he would dare think that if he go into another environment and again, like try to pretty much change the scent of my kids and things like that, then why would you think and then try to temper with me too and change my essence and stuff? Why would you think that I'm going to be sitting waiting with open arms ready to take me? I'm not. I don't see, that's people who be under certain people's spell. You try to put a spell on people, a curse on people and stuff like that. I don't get down like that. I don't gotta do all that. I can feel certain stuff. Like I felt sprung before. I don't want to say under no damn spell, but I can say I felt sprung and back in love and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? Those are feelings. Those was real, genuine feelings. And especially I might have even, like, I truly felt it in those moments. But I do know how to like snap out of stuff. And I'm not, like I said, I just wasn't under nobody's spell. Ain't nobody hypnotized me on no, you know what I'm saying, no weird type of stuff. Have they tried? Yes, they have. But sometimes when I talk about this, it literally almost creeps me out that I'm even talking about this within my being, because it's like y'all just don't have no clue. Y'all don't have a clue. They have a clue, you know what I'm saying, when you're sitting there messing with people, being messy, being nasty, being trifling, being foul, being this. And again, it's one thing to make mistakes and stuff like that, have you slip ups, but it's another thing to just be deliberately idiotic and just assholeish and beyond. Like, it's just deliberately diabolical, mean, rude, ugh, and like I always say, just foul. But anywho, so yeah, it was 2 years ago that he pulled up to my house like on some crazy stuff, honey. Hold on, no. He put this was he wasn't just before that he had came in, and I guess that was August the 19th, August the 20th. That's right when I started homeschooling my kids in 2000. That was in 2019, as a matter of fact. I didn't even realize it wasn't even in 2020. You know, tried to mess up my door, and he pulled up October the 3rd, talking about taking, just sitting in front of my house. My youngest son was watching and looking and stuff like that, but talking about taking my daughter to breakfast, and I was on my way to, like, okay, let me let her go ahead, but he pulled off before, so it was like, again, it was something internal or whatever with him, and I was like, boy, you out. And she was wanting to brush her teeth or do something like that. She didn't just rush out there to go to see her so-called dad or whatever. And like I said, then after that, he was just gone. And I called and I'm like, well, what is it? What's going on? Because whatever you got going on, and then whatever scared you away from, you came over here to do something, but whatever scared you away. But anyway, Lord, you know what this is all about. You know all the things, that's going on again behind the scenes. You know the things that took place 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before that. And I would say, God knows what debts need to be paid and what's owed and stuff like that. And I know he does, but I just don't really operate as that type of person either. I don't be trying to be a loan shark or anything like that. Anyway, I don't know where all this is going. This is now a 3-part video since my thing done cut off a couple times. But what I can say is I just continue to submit it to God. He knows exactly what needs to be done, how things need to be handled and squared away. I just seen the face of somebody, I think it was yesterday. It's like, it tried to piss me off all over again. Lord help me, because I was gonna say, oh, such an ugly face. I don't even get down like that. Gotta insult nobody or anybody. And she not the cutest thing, but this person makes herself look really, really decent. But you can just see the countenance in the pictures. Like, it was such a serious face, and I was just like, oh, girl. Mm. And but by appearance, you would think that person is. But if you just see the countenance, you'll know. And and you have discernment, you'll know. But if you see the person by appearance and you just looking with your natural eyes, you would probably think that they was not attractive now, but you know what I'm saying? At least look decent by appearance. And so I'm just like, oh, I don't know, honey. Mm. But anywho, so as always, God knows, hold them accountable. God knows people's locations. I don't gotta know nobody's physical address, this, that, and the third. But God knows people's locations, and He know, what it is. Oh, that's my other phone over there. Wait a minute. Not wait a minute, but my other phone was lighting up for whatever reason. But it's usually my younger son who be noticing stuff. Like he literally do, or then I'll ask him, can he do something for me, like outside, and he'll notice it, and he's helpful. Or he notices when cars pull up. But tonight my older son, he had just noticed something, and I was like, oh, okay, what does it appear like or whatever? And he was just letting me know. And sometimes he getting snappy with him, like, boy, why are you still? And it was like after his bedtime and stuff like that. I'm like, why are you still up? But I had to I just gotta be careful with that, because and I don't want to keep on revisiting this and doing this over again. But I had to tell my son before, like, you know what? I can't shut you down. It's the reason why you ain't going to sleep and this, that, and the third, or you don't feel sleepy, whatever. I do expect them to go to sleep by a certain time and stuff like that. But but I but yeah, I'm not going to like be so I'm gonna try not to get so irritated if they're not or whatever, because hey, they're humans and I'm not gonna put God in a box in their life for how he works or whatever. So that means that, God can move on them to be woke at a certain time. And it might be a time that, hey, I got him woke for a reason. Don't try to shut him down. So that's how I operate here, and I'm just try to be careful with that. Because again, they can notice stuff that I might not notice or pay attention to, or I pay attention to stuff, but I might not notice it in that moment or whatever. And again, that's part of teamwork and help, and you know. But on the other hand of it, it's like it's funny, but it's like, but y'all still. Again, I call him what's his name? I do not even refer to him as the boys' dad anymore. Anything like I'm literally trying to disconnect my sons from him any way possible. But at the same time, I'm not like how you say it, like I'm not stressing it, or I'm not trying to do it in a like adamant type of way. I believe it's done, but I just believe that, it's however God's process sorts it out. So, I don't know if that ever means that they interact with him ever again, up close and personal or anything like that. I don't know. I don't want them to. I don't have a desire for them to, but I don't, like I said, I don't stress it or be like, oh, y'all, I don't like y'all. I don't like him, the person that y'all, the other supposed men parent who turned absent parent who turned to, oh, what's his name, blah blah blah. I gotta say it like that because that's just how I gotta say it. But I don't be like, oh, this is how y'all gotta feel about him. And one of my sons really had already expressed something, and I was just like, well, that's interesting. My oldest son, I don't know. And boy, I'm gonna tell you, I look back at some of them videos. My oldest son look very, very similar to. They both do. They both have their, you know what I'm saying, the features or whatever. But my older son looked very similar, especially when he was a baby and he had this little eyebrow. Oh my goodness, it's kind of funny. But I literally be forgetting that that they have that they got here by another person. Through another person, not by, excuse me, forgive me, Lord, but through, they came through that vessel or whatever, somehow, some way. Because these days, I really be feeling like, oh, it's erased, or or some type of way he erased or disconnected. And again, that ain't my problem, but that's my feelings. That again, my feelings don't dictate and say, oh, he's not their dad and this and the third. But although sometimes he wanted to hold that type of weight. But anyways, before I get too deep on that, and like I said, say something that I ain't got no business saying. Because I'll just be like, honey, y'all can try to feel like y'all stripping me of motherhood or this, that, and the third all you want to. But I know what I did when I'm saying regarding my kids and how I carried all three of them, honey. So, and that's just that. And I don't even know the fullness, but I know at least a good 75, 80%, maybe. Other stuff is just between, it's God, He can or will reveal it to me on a need to know basis. But yeah, and again, even with my daughter, I'm about to say, I almost was finna say something, but I don't need to say that because I don't think it's true, but I don't know. But what I will say is I don't know where her physical location is, but I always say God knows her location and God knows how to still keep her close to me, even though she's not physically here. Because I really don't be on it and like purposing to do that. I just be, I am reminded, I'm a mom. I'm a mom of three, not two. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mom of one girl and two boys. And no matter how much people be trying to do some other stuff, I feel like be wanting or trying to make me forget or whatever. But yeah, so excuse me. So what I do need to do though is take better care of myself. I do want me one of them like waist trainer type things, but with that you can't just wear the waist. You can wear it, but you can't just wear the waist trainer and not do anything, not change your eating habits. And one thing I'm getting a bunch of fruit from the grocery store today. I'm getting some meats and stuff like that, but I'm not getting other stuff like chips and things like that I would normally eat. Cakes, pies, cookies, just and the third. It was something I was gonna. Now I'm getting me some dark chocolate. And it was something that I was going to get. What was it? But I said nope because if it's in here, I'm going. Oh, the sour cream and onion chips. I said nope because if it is in here, then I am gonna eat it. And I don't wanna. I wanna have that discipline, but this is the day that I'm gonna start the. Now I don't know what time it's gonna actually start, but I'm not gonna be cooking any meats. And if I do, I'm definitely gonna have to put some in the freezer for myself for next week. But at least 5 to 7 days. I don't know. I'm probably gonna just try to do it like 5 days will be good for me. Shoot, 3 days is a start if I can do it. But shoot, a day would be a good start if I can go without eating no meat. Cause no, baby, I'm a meat eater. So, but I'm doing fruits and I'm gonna do nuts and I'm gonna do, of course, water. And then I need to get me some kind of 100% juice. But yeah, we're gonna see how this works. And I am gonna try to wear the little waist trainer that I do have. Um. So yeah, that's that on that. Maybe the sun gonna try to pop back out. Let me look. I need to look at the weather and see if the sun gonna pop back out. 53 degrees outside, 12 miles per hour wind, 31.0 something pressure. I don't know what that is. They actually have a minutely forecast Wait a minute, because I forgot that I think my son has a. What the heck is going on? Well, I think he has another email or something. So I'm like, I'm just looking at. He commented somewhere, and somebody commented back. He commented 2 months ago, but somebody commented back, and yeah, I'm just trying to. Oh my goodness, this thing is. I don't know what that is, but anyway. Okay, so I was looking for the weather stuff. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know when the sun gonna pop back out. But it's definitely on into the cooler seasons. Every time these seasons roll around, of course, in the past, and again, I'm not dwelling on it. I just ain't forgot. I was hoping to be with somebody, the way I wanted to be with them, and it's either that person kept getting called away to do something else or do something different or whatever. And again, just remembering one time when we was literally laying here, we was watching a Cosby Show or something like that. I don't think I had cable or anything. We might have been watching it either on the antenna box or on the DVD that I had bought. And it's like, that person was just like, I hope you don't think I'm about to just be up in here with you all day and this and that. I'm like, and it just bothered me. I'm like, dang, it was actually one moment that we got to lay down and just chill out together. Because we usually, I'm going to just say he didn't allow that to happen, but whatever was going on in his life just wouldn't allow that to happen. For us just lay there and just chill and relax. And I'm like, wait, what? we can't. I just knew, honey, that we were supposed to be able to have those moments and stuff like that. I gotta look at my other phone because this right here ain't going. But I thought we were supposed to have those moments, and I just felt like I feel like they was like either stolen. I don't know if he was scared. I don't know what it was, but I was like, what? We can't lay here and watch the Cosby's. And then I started thinking, later on, of course, nowadays I'd be like, well, damn, was it not meant for us to do that? Is it, of course I know some stuff traditionally, and then what you see on TV, you see people getting the, of course everybody always talk about Netflix and chill and this and the third, but I thought that's what regular normal people did, and I thought that was okay. I didn't think it was anything wrong. And yeah, it's just kind of caught me off guard, and out of nowhere, it's like, what? It's almost, I say caught me off guard, but sometimes I be feeling like we have a good moment, and I be feeling like he was going to try to do something to ruin it, say something or do something. I'd be like, wait a minute, damn. And no, this happened on a regular basis. It happened on a consistent basis, not a regular, but a consistent basis, and consistent meaning about every time that we got those type of moments. If ever, it was always feeling rushed or feeling like, oh, we can't do this. I think the time when I didn't feel rushed, of course, when we did do that, was when we was at his apartment. I didn't feel rushed. I didn't feel like anything was gonna go wrong. It must have been he felt more comfortable, of course, not being over here in the eyesight of his relatives or whatever. And I look back and I understand it like that or whatever. But that was one time when I didn't feel rushed, felt good. I felt the love. It was a couple times where I actually felt the love. I felt love present. And that's why I say, honey, I don't care what nobody mouth say. You know what I'm saying? I know what it was behind closed doors, and I know, and I don't know. Honestly, it wasn't. I'm not trying to be all public about it anyway. It wasn't for me to be showing off. It feels good to, what I'm saying, let others know that you're loved and treated a certain way. But I liked it with us behind closed doors, and I was feeling good about it. And I was like, okay, cool. I can live with this. I wasn't worrying about, you know. But I do know that when I was over there, I don't know if that was his way of telling me that I needed to leave without telling me. When he said, "Oh yeah," or if he just had me all the way messed up. When he said, "Oh, such and such gonna be getting this vehicle and this and the third," I don't mind being there with you, and I didn't even really feel stuck there with you. But I felt like we have children. It was children present. Just anything could happen, and you as a man, you will let another man use your vehicle. And then we just, absolutely not. You must be out your damn mind. So, like I said, I don't know if he just had me messed up or if that was his way of being like, oh, time for her to go. I'm ready to go, baby. Do you not understand? Do you not know? Do you know? I mean, he knows. I feel like he do know whether he understand it fully or comprehend it or understood it. 'Cause I'm not talking about him like I'm talking about him today. But oh, like a little creepy thought tried to come into my mind just a few minutes ago, just a few seconds ago. But yeah, he understood. Oh, she will go, and it just seemed like he didn't care if I would leave or whatever. So eventually he just went on and did something that, again, for whatever reason, we had to be separated. But during the separation, he just did something that was just over the top extra. That I'm just like, "Ooh, baby. I mean, God forgives, and I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm not. I'm not dealing with you. That's not this. That's not what type of party this is." Anyway, so yeah, but him letting that dude use that car that time, or at least telling me that he was gonna use the car, I was like, wait, what? For one, it felt good for him discussing something with me to begin with, because he wouldn't really discuss certain stuff. He'll listen to me talk, or he'll try to pay attention or whatever, especially when I emailed or text message or something like that. But he didn't really say. He spoke at me. He didn't really talk to me and discuss stuff. So him discussing that, and that's how I felt like when he did decide to discuss stuff with me. I always did. Oh, baby, we don't agree on that. I don't agree with you on that, so I'm gone. And I don't know. I just felt like, oh, it's because it's another nigga. Like you always just, And I didn't feel like he was gay or anything like that, but I just felt like, I don't know what it was as far as something regarding another dude. I'd be like, wait a minute. That's why when somebody did a TikTok or whatever recently, they was like, "Oh, this is the bro code. We always kid that like they did a pet kiss." I was like, "Wait, what?" Because I'm not around females that do that. I don't be sitting around, and this is man, unless I'm missing something. I like this is the sister code. This is what we. No, 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 and no, thank you, and hell no, and I'm good. And again, I'm not. I'm not. I was about to say I'm not as closed minded. I'm still closed minded to that. I'm not open to that, but I'm not as, I guess, judgmental when it comes to something like that. But I'm still like skeptical and like looking at people sideways when something like that is brought to my attention. But he said, oh, I remember one time though he told me he was like, "You gonna marry a guy?" Like it was just different stuff he told me. For one, he told me that I was gonna be like how my grandma was, my now deceased grandma. Oh, you're gonna be by yourself and this, that, and the third, and still thinking somebody is your husband um at I mean for years. I think at the time I had said, well, he been married or been gone for like 48 years because yeah, now he in his 70s, so he had been like married for like 40 some years. Um, oh yeah, because I think my previously called so called mom was 48 at the time, so I don't know or something like that, and I don't know, whatever. However, I came up with the number. And he was like, "You gonna be like that." Then there was other times when he was like, "We gonna get married." Then there was other times when it was, "Oh, you gonna marry a gay dude and you ain't even gonna know he gay." And I was just like, "Wait a minute, pause. Well, tell me more about this. Help me to understand so I can definitely avoid that or whatever." And I didn't. And I'm not saying he was referencing himself, but I just didn't know like who are you talking about? Then, of course, my daughter's so-called dad came out saying, he said it without saying too much, but he was like, "Yeah, I don't like girls like that." I'm sitting here like, "What? Okay, well that's your damn problem. I really don't give a damn. You telling me about something that wasn't that how you felt in the past, and you might still feel like that today or be like that today, but that's not my to deal with." And so I just was like, I know he not referencing him. And then he did go on to say, when it's all said and done, you gonna be with or marry. I don't know. I don't know if he said marry, but he said gonna be with. And spoke of my daughter's so-called dad. And it's like, wait, what? For one, you don't get to match me and put me with nobody. For two, I was well. For one, at the time it was one anyway. The priority thing was like, I care about you. I'm here with you. I'm not thinking about him. And then yeah, you don't get to match me with nobody, but yeah, I don't choose him. He can feel like he choosing me or chose me or whatever, but I'm not choosing him back. So it does take two, and that's just that. But that's what he said. So he just said a whole bunch of stuff, and I did listen to him, and I paid attention to him, and I just there was a bunch of stuff going on, but I definitely don't want that type of confusion in my life again, and even to this day, still glad that I had that experience as far. I ain't glad that I had all the experiences I had with him, but I'm glad that I had the experience of him. Of course, I love my sons. I'm thankful for my sons, but I'm just glad that I had that experience as far as caring for somebody that was like a difficult type of person and kind of hard to understand oftentimes and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I'm not beating myself up about it. I don't like the stuff that I went through with him or that I dealt with. I ain't gonna say went through with him because he was doing whatever. I was the one that was dealing with it. Um, I'm not beating myself up, but at the same time, it's like I come to the conclusion of, dang, you just thugged me like that, baby. You literally tried to thug the hell out of me, and which anything getting the hell out of you is good, but it's like out of me, because some people don't want that hell to leave out their life. They want to keep it. That's on them. But yeah, but I had a dream yesterday. It was during like a nap. It was about these these YouTubers and stuff like that, and I've been having them as of the last 2 or 3 years or whatever. But I had a dream, and Then next thing I know, one of the YouTuber, I was wanting the YouTuber to post and stuff like that, and I see that they posted again. Well, at least one of them, because I had a dream with two of them in it. But yeah, that one posted. I'm like, what's the name? We call it premonition. I don't. It's not premonition, but it's like it's definitely a gift, and I don't fully understand it, fully grasp it, because I've had this before where it was real specific details, and then that happened in the actual YouTube video, and I guess that I can go back and I can see what date it was and stuff like that. But this one was like, okay, now the dream that I had yesterday, it wasn't the specific details of what was going to be posted like the last time, but the person in the dream was, ended up posting something. So I'm like, wow, it always kind of amazes me. Yet I don't fully know what to make of it. I don't know. Sometimes people can have a gift and they don't really know how to use it or what is it for, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I know. It's still raining out there. Okay. No, because for real, I got this, thinking about something again. But anyways, I got this, the little airwick thing that, sprays off to, and I still haven't got used to it. So it still be like, I be forgetting that thing is going to make a noise. But I was gonna say, yeah, I know it's for the building up of the kingdom of God. So that's what I wanna, I wanna not lean it towards, but yeah, that's what I wanna use it for. I don't wanna be out here like they say, getting your gifts pimped and stuff like that. Nah, I'm good. Selling you to the highest bidder and this and the third. I'm good. But I'm about to get off here. I just wanted to hop on and say that. And I was thinking about those things and how once I was thinking about marriage so deeply and so passionately, and now it's like I'm still thinking about marriage. And honestly, I was honest with what's his name? I told him because the time it's funny every time I think about it. I'm not trying to laugh at him, but because honey, if he heard that or something like that, he'd be thinking me personally, is ridiculing him. I'm not ridiculing him. I'm just letting your ass know, like, don't play with me. But he was he was like, "Oh, I'm what you want most out of life," and I was like, "Wait, what?" Pause. I kept telling him, like, "Boy, I want my marriage now. If it's with you, the way that what I'm saying, the way that I want it and the way that I envision it, then cool. I was good with that at the time. But for you to sit and even think, I mean, you don't want people to think low of themselves, but you really sitting here thinking that highly of yourself that you are what I want most out of life. No, I enjoyed you and had a, what I'm saying, how I could enjoy you, how he would allow and this, that, and the third. And while I had time and let him tell it, honey, he'd be quick to say, while I'm here. Okay, well, why are you here then, mother? Okay. But anyway, yeah, boy, you got me messed up if you ever think that you are what I wanted most out of life. Now, I'm not gonna sit here in front, baby. I was loving them. I was enjoying them, and I feel like I could, what I'm saying, I could have been went up to the highest type points with them, but no, not when if I know that you're playing certain games and stuff like that. Hell no. Like, boy, and nobody can put my finger on everything and see everything, but God was revealing, and I'm thankful. I was trusting and believing God, not none of that stuff that he had going on or was saying or whatever. So you could say I played along with it, but I didn't. I wasn't playing with him. And you could just say I kind of went along with some stuff or whatever. But I will just say, he caught me naive, and I was just hoping for the best, I guess. Like, yeah. But anyway, Boy, but I told him that, boy, I know it was about 2015 or 16. He asked me, and I was like, wait, what? And then I just asked him, I was like, so is that a deal breaker? Because you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not what I want most out of life. And I told him, I corrected him. I said, my marriage is what I want most out of life. And I said, not even trying to emphasize but that's just what I said. I said that is if it was just me, it's supposed to just benefit me. And honestly, that's how I felt. I'm finna sit here and what they say, I'm not finna cap. But I'm like, yeah, and I mean now I'm looking back, I'm like, yeah, if it was you, then hey, cool. But if not, then and I was just letting him know because yeah, I had told him that anyway in 2013 when he said, oh, what if there was somebody else? Like if you were sitting there even asking me stuff like that, and then you say, oh, there's nobody else, and then there's somebody else and a baby, boy, you must be out your damn mind. You got me twisted. So you got me twisted and confused with your mammy. But now let me stop because baby, people get highly offended when I say they mammy. Especially if I was to say they dead mammy. So let me just let me just cut it. Cut it. Cut it. No, but don't do that. Don't ask me that. Don't ask me no questions about are you what I want. What? Some people say if you gotta ask, you ain't gotta ask. But no, I just be like, dang, but I had took and used 10 years of my youthful good years of my life and was kind of, it felt like I was waiting, but I definitely was in good company. Thank God for that. But it just felt like I was just waiting for it to change, and it just never came. And when the change did come, it was definitely not what I was really truly expecting or wanting. I wasn't really fully in the dark about anything that God wanted me to know. But I just look back on them days, honey, when it was snowing outside, and I know I'm about to get off here. I said I was getting off here a while ago, but my kids was in school. My youngest baby, he was a baby, and I had a time, honey, and I was just like, I'm over here having a time, and why he ain't here having a time? It was snow on the ground. I know he had to work sometimes, but like I said, then when he wanted me to come to his place and was snow on the ground, it's not just about the snow. It's just it could have been any time, but specifically the snow was on the ground. I came and I was there. And now I'm looking at myself like I be looking at one of the YouTubers. When dude wasn't feeling his best, I was there with him, or not even wasn't feeling his best, but just was probably feeling lonely and wanting some company. And I came over there, and I'm like, wait, what? And I left my humble abode, and that's why I quickly returned as soon as I could because I don't know. It's not that I know I'm not wanting it, baby. I cleaned up his his little stuff. He ain't have nothing in the apartment anyway, but I straightened up stuff and then I left. And I was like, oh, okay. I see what this is, but no, I left. Of course, he came a couple days or whatever later, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that with you. I don't even know what exact date it was, but I can go back and see what the time frame. Well, I'm not gonna do this with you, dude. I'm taking my behind right here and taking my behind right back home where I feel good and comfortable. And what else was it? It almost made me miss, that moment and stuff that we share, those types of moments, with that moment specifically. But I don't. I'm good, baby. If y'all ask me, honey, what? Miss, I'm ready to do that with somebody else. Oh my God, it reminded me of a video I seen yesterday. Okay, so a lady and a man was sitting at a table, a restaurant or whatever, and they had a straw. Okay, the man had a straw going from his soda to his mouth. Then he had another straw going from out of his mouth out of his mouth to her mouth. Man, y'all know some Trey Songs, spit in her mouth type stuff. But I don't know. Is it always the man who's spitting in a female mouth? What about her? She spitting, but she was drinking that soda, honey. So he was drinking it. He had to test it for her first. He was slurping it up out of his cup, and then boy, that little machine I got in there is a trip. She was slurping it up out of her he was slurping it out of the cup, and then she was slurping it out of his mouth with a straw. People had so much to say, but I mean, and one comment made it clear we be doing worse and nastier stuff with each other. So but the person was like, but this is still just it's too much.